I want to start by saying that the people who are here are all not real life heroes. You know, real life hero, you just do like this, and then 20 fellows will go flying in various directions. And then they'll put one jailer music. Then all these are real life heroes. There are at least 3-4 people here who have taken bullets, who faced bullets, bombs, and grenades so that all of us could live in peace. Like Major Madan, our chief guest, Siddharth Chattopadhyaya, we have Mr. Murthy there, we have Mr. Suresh, quite a few here. So first thing I want all of you to know is differentiate between real life and real life heroes. Quickly, I'm going to ask you a few names. Let's see whether you remember those names or whether you can recognize them. Okay? A quick quiz. How many of you know Sonali Bendre? Sonali Bendre? Okay. 10, 15. Okay. Garima Lohia? None. One. You know Garima Lohia? My child, hats off to you. Well done. Okay, how many of you know Nayanthara? Every one of you knows and just looking down. Oh, I don't see movies. It's okay to see movies. We're not telling you, we're not funny old guys. We're not asking you not to see movies. Just see it in the right sense. How many of you know Ishita Kishore? Good. At least 5 or 6 of you. It's not bad. Congratulations to you, 5 or 6. Okay, how many of you know Shilpa Shetty? Wow, I didn't know she was that popular. Right. Okay, how many of you know Uma Bharathan? 1 person. Okay, this is the problem, and this is what we're here to solve. You clearly identified 3 or 4 people who will just come and sing and dance on the stage for a few minutes and get some 5 crore or 10 crore or 20 crore, waste your time, where you're forwarding all these songs, you're wasting all the time. And you didn't identify, except a few of you, very creditably. The others did not identify the 3 people who topped, 3 female people topped 2023 UPSC. They are going to be our topmost IAS, IPS, IFS officers. They are going to make policies that will impact upon your lives, and your children's lives. They will probably bring in new laws so that your children can travel abroad with their passports to many places. They'll bring in laws so that your husband pays less taxes, but you don't bother about them. You want only, only Shilpa Shetty and Nayanthara, etc. It's okay for you to know these people, but I want you all to understand that there's a major difference between real life heroes like Jailer or Leo or whatever, and these heroes that are here. People like Siddharth Chattopadhyaya, who had the gumption when he was an assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, to arrest the chief minister. He arrested the chief minister. Good. You must understand. You see this in the movie Singham, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll get your popcorn, and you'll turn it round and round, and put stuff in it, and eat it, and have your Coke. Do all that. But these are the guys who really go there. Take the shots, take the bullets. Major Madan and Krishnamurthy here, they were out there in Kargil when the fight was going on in 1999. So, there you go. Adil, Bharatiyar said, all we need to do, and you and wife were in, and that's what Professor Murthy and Arvind Tripathi ji here asked us to do, was to light that spark in every one of you. That spark that is now becoming a flame. I can see, compared to the when I came in, it was like, who's Garima Lohia? I don't know, Bhairav old man. No, I can see that you guys are growing up. He said so beautifully, all it takes is a small spark. You don't need a big spark to light a big fire. And the whole forest will get burnt to the ashes. Agni pori ondidai kandeen. Adai angoru kaatinil bondidai veithen. Vendu tadindadu kaadu. Vendu tadindadu kaadu simple movie sir ambinga. It's okay, laugh. You girls are like my kids and we're here to grow you up. Vendu tadindadu kaadu. Tadal veerathir kunjendru moopendru mundo. Tattarigide ditto mannaru Bharatiyar. And that is what I want you all to understand. That we are here to light that spark. Somebody didn't light that spark for the last 50, 60 years. And now, over the last 10, 15 years, this is a shining new India. This is a Vikshit, evolved Bharat. And all that we are doing, Professor Murthy has been doing this for 60 years. He can be just lying down there and watching Vailam Bhargam at home. Instead, he's here out there for you people. Arvind Tripathi is here from Delhi for you people. Siddharth Chattopadhyaya is here from Chandigarh and Delhi for you people. Major Mother, every one of us, or even Archana Madam for that matter, all are simply here for you. And of course, what we do is, we do this, we talk, we jump, we dance, we sing, all for you, only for you. In Hindi, I only say that? Only for you? People don't know Hindi. Aapke liye, or say, you are the only one there. Tum hi ho. So I'm just going to sing to you for 1 minute to make sure that those of you who are asleep, remain asleep. This is what Y4N does. Talk to you guys and bring you out. हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा. हम तेरे बिन अब रह नहीं सकते, तेरे बिना क्या वजूद मेरा. तुझसे जुदा अगर हो जाएंगे तो तुझसे ही हो जाएंगे जुदा. क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो जिंदगी, अब तुम ही हो चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरी आशिकी, अब तुम ही हो. Okay, let me just wake you guys up. Now, Professor Murthy and Arvind Tripathi are here. This is what we do. We go from college to college. And I want to say this to you because about 1.5 to 2 years ago, 1.5 years to 2 years, my friend Sai Sudhakar and I, we came and spoke to one of the groups at MOP. I carried a guitar at that time and I think I sang a Vishwasam song or something. Anyway, but the thing is, we started at MOP and we want to say, it's my way of saying thanks to you guys that we're still with you. So all I want you to do is to stay engaged. Stay engaged. Because every one of these guys has got a great message for you. How many of you know Khalil Gibran? Very nice. A lot of my children are good there. You know what he said? Listen to a woman. Look at his chapter on woman. He says, and I've lived very successfully with this woman for 37 years, thanks to that. He said, listen to this woman. To listen to a woman when she looks at you and when she looks into your eyes. Don't listen to her when she talks to you. Sensible advice for most of us married guys. But so I want you guys to look at us, because when you look, you truly absorb what we have to say. It's not only me, there are a number of wonderful speakers here who are going to speak to you. So I want to quickly take you back to one photograph, and I want every girl in MOP to go back to that photograph. That photograph has got 4 parts, and one part of it is a lady who's a construction worker. She's carrying some stuff. She's got this cloth rolled around to soften the blow of carrying bricks and cement, and beside her there's a book. She was a construction worker. She worked, but she also read. These are the advantages that you girls have. She read and did a BA, and did an MA, and then did a law. And before you knew it, she was arguing pro bono cases, that means free cases, for the other people of the scheduled tribe in that area. Next thing you knew it, she was governor. And today, Draupadi Murmu is our president, the first woman president. A woman who had no support, no money, doing work as a construction worker, and still reading by the side. And my only question to you, my young girls, our young daughters, is if Draupadi Murmu could do it, then why can't you? Why can't we have more presidents from here? Indeed, I'm going to go back today and put in my ex-Twitter. Today I went and spoke to 2 or 3 ministers, 1 or 2 deputy prime ministers, 1 prime minister. Madam said, no, you're from your Sansad. I'll say, I spoke to all these people, to many parliamentary ministers, and came back, but not just as MOP Sansad. Because I always say, when we talk to you guys, we are not seeing kids who are sitting before us. We're seeing future IS officers, future IPS officers, future service heads, future entrepreneurs, future lawyers, and indeed future MLAs and MPs. This is Aldous Huxley's definition of a brave new world, where each man or woman identifies their own limits. You want to be satisfied with 1 million a month? Fine. You want to be satisfied with 10 million a month? You can go. There are no limits. You're only bound by your own mind. And we are here only to tell you that. Somebody asked one of these godmen, I think Chinmayananda, said, why do people come to you? He said, I'm God. I know I'm God. You are God. You don't know you're God. You're coming to me to understand that you are God. And similarly, we are here as Youth for Nation to come and talk to all of you and talk about the exciting possibilities that are there for you girls. Never miss out. Never has there been a better place for women. 50 years ago, somebody wrote, why should we educate women? Can you imagine? I'm saying this in MOP Vaishnava. That means a woman who's blowing the stove, why does she need to go and learn about, Macaulay's theory or Marx's theory? That has completely changed. It changed with the advent of great poets like Bharatiyar. It changed with the advent of Bharatidasan. It changed with the advent of people like Kavimani Deskachari, who said, Bharatiyar, what he said, and Kavimani, what he said, Mangayaraha Perapadarke, to be born as a woman. Madhavam Seididal Vendum. You should have done great penance. That ushered in the new India. I want every woman here, every girl here, one day, many of you, almost all of you, I pray to the Lord, will be mothers, which we guys can never do. We can only put on big beer bellies. We can never become mothers, get pregnant. Nobody else can be a mother. And you should be aware that only in India, between 1990 and 2024, February 2024, 1 crore female babies have been killed. This should never again happen, and we will never again permit that to happen in India. And you people are the vehicles. One day you'll be an IAS officer, you'll be an IPS officer. You should never allow female infanticide. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome our good friend, senior, ex-DGP, Nataraj sir, MLA of Mylapore. So once more, I was talking about inspiring people. We have one more inspiring person like Nataraj sir, who was not only in the services as an IPS officer, he also contested for and won the seat in Mylapore. He was a very, very successful politician, and he proved that you can be an honest politician. The word honest and politician usually don't go together. Rarely we see it together. In English there's a word called oxymoron. Like they say, which don't go together, honest politician. So he disproved that. I'll come back to you guys. I want to tell you 3 important things, 3 major messages. 1, as students. 2, as citizens. And 3, as mothers. And I'm back out. Okay? So as students, this is the Amrit Kal indeed. This is the golden era. You can think whatever you want to and you can become. You may be doing BA. You can start learning Spanish because there is a definite soft skills program. I know people who've been doing BCom, BA. I deal with a large number of students in my community, the Velalas. We are nearly 2.2, 2.5 crore people, and we deal with them, Dr. Pandungan and I, in a very big way. Boys doing BA, BCom, and learning French or learning, stretching, learning yoga, like our girl there, and then starting their own yoga class or yoga school. It's okay. You can still do that. You can do that. We could never do that when we were studying. So you are in a beautiful place. There were 0 IPS officers 25, 30 years ago. Now we have nearly 18% of IPS officers, and I'm sure Nataraj sir will echo that, are female. There used to be nothing called a female judge. Nothing called a female judge. Only in Shakespeare, Portia acts as a judge, and even then she acts like a male. She acts as a male. But now, we have 13 judges today sitting in Madras High Court. I personally know 6 or 7 of them. 13 of the 63 judges, which is a whopping 17 to 18%, are judges. And many of you, after doing your BA or BSc, you can still do law, and maybe you will land up one day as judges, because women are always fair judges of situations. So you're working in a fabulous place, better than ever before. I'm a doctor. We all know about the NEET exam. That will never happen. But in the NEET exam, you know 4.9 lakh boys and 6.5 lakh girls passed the NEET and cleared. So there you go. Again, there was a stage in 2011 when instead of having 1,000 boys to 1,000 girl babies, we actually had 1,000 boys to only 910 or 912 babies, which means for every 1,000, 80 or 83 were being killed. But now it's the other way around. There are 1,000 boys and there are 1,010, 1,020 girls, which is a fabulous, what's called gender parity. Don't worry, all of you will get good marbles and all that. I'm just saying, this just means that our girls aren't being killed. These are our wonderful girls. Our wonderful, girls are so special. And you girls, as students, must keep accentuating that no one will ever treat a girl like a doormat. No one will ever kill a baby. Would you all promise to do that wherever you are, whatever you are? Yes. Recently, about 3-4 months ago, I was in a program where there was a IRS officer who was a commissioner locally. Her name is Komati IRS. And she came and told me that when she was in the final year of college, I'd gone and spoken to their college. And she was very enthused. And she was in Etiraj. She passed out and then she took her services and now she's in a very, very high post, series of medals. And it was so nice to know that we can bring about some change in society and that can only be done through you. So that's number one. Number two, as women, you all know that most women in the villages used to have lung disease and die. Do you know why? அடுப்பு ஊதி தான். நான் சொன்னாங்கல்ல அடுப்பு ஊதுற பெண்களுக்கு படிப்பு எதுக்குன்னு. Lung disease, அடுப்பு ஊதி ஊதி வந்தார் ஐயா. I don't want to make this political, but our government has created the huge Ujjwala scheme. You all know about the Ujjwala scheme. 3.24 million households today in Tamil Nadu. That is 32.4 lakh households. Women aren't doing this blowing. In other words, it's covered nearly 75-80%. The remaining 15-20% will also be covered, which means they have LPG, they have gas, they have a connector, a stove. Boring stuff, not boring stuff. When you go and cook, you need a gas, you need a connector and a stove. And these women have been doing, all those people don't have lung disease anymore, thanks to this new scheme, and you should be aware of that. I remember when we used to go to villages for medical camps, every morning you'll find women with pots. Green pot, orange pot. I remember once stopping as a house surgeon saying, why are you carrying 2 different colored pots? She said, so I'll know which one is full and fill the other one. These women used to get up, never men. நிமிர்ந்த நன்னடை நேர்கொண்ட பார்வை நிலத்தில் யாருக்கும் அஞ்சா நெறிகளும் பாரதியார் சொன்னாரே இந்த பெண்கள் தான் காலையில் 5:30 மணிக்கு எழுந்துட்டு they'll go there with their pots and they'll fill these pots and come back while the men are probably snoring after a heavy night at the Tasmac or whatever. They'll go fill up the water and come so people can have their bath and so you can have water for cooking. Those days are gone. Now we have Jal Jeevan. Jal Jeevan, which has brought a tap, which has brought water to all your homes. And when you become IAS officers, when you become lawyers, ensure that those fundamental rights that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar wrote about is granted to every man and every woman. Right to life, irrespective of gender. Right to education. Right to equality. You should fight for all these. We are here to make each one of you warriors. It's one thing, looking nice, etc. I was this morning, girls, and I can see you guys checking your pimples out. This morning at 5:36 in the morning, I checked out IPS officers. Male IPS officers and female IPS officers. I was very angry because Google, the minute you put IPS officers, most beautiful IPS officers, most desired IPS officers, female IPS. For men, it is IPS officers with maximum medals. Why are men alone looked at as heroic? Why aren't women also being looked at as heroic? Do not allow yourselves to become just stereotyped into somebody's, hey, he's nice looking, yeah, I'm nice looking, yeah. Don't get into that, I'm nice looking, yeah. Be nice looking. Be nice looking incidentally. What the hell if you got another one pimple or not? I mean, look at Archana madam. She's probably one of the most beautiful women. She's doing so much good work for you guys. I didn't see her dancing chamak chalo here. There you go. You don't need to dance chamak chalo to be the most attractive person there. And that's, boss, 18, 16-year-old guys may think otherwise. Real men, real gentlemen will want substance. We need women of substance. Vikshit Bharat, Akhanda Bharat needs women of substance. And that's what I want every girl in MOP to become, a woman of substance. Okay? Appa, konja patti erigura. The last scheme I want to tell you about is very important because we don't talk about things. We are the most hypocritical race. While writing the foreword to the Kama Sutra, Yatsyayana writes, Indians are the most hypocritical people. They don't like to mention woman. They don't like to mention body. They don't like to mention sex. Don't worry, girls. I'm not going to give you a class on that. I'm just going to come and say, we are hypocrites because we kept quiet. Every one of us kept quiet. I'm guilty of that. The chief guest is guilty of that. Every one of us is guilty. When 75 to 90% of our rural women used to wait till 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock to go to the fields and go and empty their bladders and bowels. It's all okay for us. We have restrooms. How many of us stopped and thought about it? Huh? We didn't. Suddenly, between 2019, when the Swachh Bharat came in and all the toilets came in, we had how many toilets? 2 lakh? 3 lakh? Does anybody know how many toilets were built? 11 crore toilets. 11 crore toilets. Toilets. Swachh Bharat. What? Our women, our women's dignity, our women's shame. I remember women coming and telling us, the villages, whenever we went, if I have diarrhea or something, I'm so scared. They take a lot of tablets and overdose because they're scared to go to 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in case their bowels move. My dear daughters, this is a fact of life. It's a fact of life. We cannot let one Indian go starving. You cannot let one Indian woman be scared to have diarrhea because she can't go out in the sunlight because she doesn't have a toilet. Ridiculous state of affairs that's corrected by these 11 crore toilets in the Swachh Bharat. You girls, you should feel that pain. Bharatiyar said, everybody must feel the pain of hunger. தனியோர் மனிதனுக்கு உணவினையேல் இந்த ஜகத்தினை அழித்திடுவோம் சொன்னார் பாரதியார். அதே போல ஒவ்வொரு பொண்ணுக்கும் ஒரு மானம் போகக்கூடாது, இந்த மானப்பங்கம் ஆகக்கூடாதுன்னு every one of you must feel. So that's about citizenship. I've talked about students. I've talked about citizenship. The last part of my talk is, as a mother, what can you do? Again, I'm so crazy about Bharatiyar. He said, போற்றி தாய் என்று தாளம் கொட்டடா. தாய்னா தானாடின்னு சொல்றாரு, பறைசாத்துங்கிறாரு. போற்றி தாய் என்று பொற்குழல் ஊதடா. Blow the golden flute and say, this is our mother. This is our mother because she is so unique. And then that's about mother. Then he talks about the girl. He says, காற்றிலேறி விண்ணை சாடுவோம். We will get on the wings of the wind and we will search the stratosphere. எதுக்காக? காதல் பெண்கள் கடைக்கண் பணிக்காக. ஒரு பொண்ணு மட்டும், I'm sure many of you girls know that. There's one girl in the first row who knows that here. They just have to make it do this, and we guys will climb over walls and do anything. And that's the power that only women have. Many of you know that our Prime Minister speaking in Paris, when he was given the greatest power, the greatest award in France, said only one Tirukkural. ஈன்ற பொழுதில் பெரிதுவக்கும் தன் மகனை சான்றோன் என கேட்ட தாய். And that's why I'm talking to all of you. ஒரு தாய்க்கு இருக்கிற தாக்கம் எந்த ஒரு தகப்பனுக்கும் இருக்காது. தாய் நாடுன்னு சொல்றோம், தாய்மொழிங்கிறோம், தாய் மண்ணுங்கிறோம், தகப்பன் மண்ணு நான் சொல்றோம். Only Germany said that, fatherland. The impact that you have. And ஈன்ற பொழுதில் பெரிதுவக்கும், for those of you who don't know that, means the mother who feels so proud and elated and jubilant when she gives birth to a boy. பா புள்ளைய பெற்றுப்பா நல்ல காலம், அவர் இன்னொரு பொண்டாட்டி கட்டுக்க மாட்டாரு. Feels so jubilant. That mother will feel even happier than that when she hears that her son is a sandron. A sandron is somebody whom the village turns to when there's a problem. Somebody whom society regards very high. Tirukkural did not say, ஈன்ற பொழுதில் பெரிதுவக்கும் தன் மகனை அம்பானி என்று கேட்ட தாய். தன் மணியை ரிலையன்ஸ் என கேட்ட தாய், அதானி என கேட்ட, செல்வந்தன் என கேட்ட தாய். No. Mothers don't give, how many of you have seen the movie Diwar? Okay. Anyways, an old Diwar film in which Amitabh will say, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, but his mother won't be with him. And Shashi Kapoor will say, mere paas maa hai. So like that, mothers don't give a damn whether you got big house or big car. They want you to be respected by society. They want you to live like a man. And you girls can make that difference in society. And that's why Youth for Nation is here to tell you that you can make that difference to your children as well. This time, you can see in Chennai, if you trip on a stone, bang your head on a wall, open it will be some fertility clinic. Anywhere, everywhere. There are fertility clinics springing up like nobody's business. I think there are more fertility clinics than marriages also. So, but anyway, everybody wants to be a mom. Everybody wants to be a parent. And therefore, you girls, remember that you can influence a bunch of people, your children, more so than any one of us can. We all know Chhatrapati Shivaji, when they asked him, what made you a great man? The stories that my mother Jijabai told me about Arjuna. I wanted to be an Arjun. I wanted to be a Karan. I wanted to be all of them together. Why? Mothers told, stories told on the mother's lap. I want to finish up because there are many speakers. I'm going to finish up by once more. I began with Khalil Gibran. And I will end with Khalil Gibran to say this is what Youth for Nation wants to do with women's colleges and also boys' colleges, but more so with women's colleges because you guys can change the world. He said, Khalil Gibran said, it is women, and I want you all to listen to me carefully. He said, it's women who opened the windows of my eyes. Women who opened up the music in my soul. And he said, it was only, if not for my, he calls his mother, woman mother. His sister is a woman sister. And he had only a girlfriend, he didn't have a wife. Woman friend. If not for my woman mother, woman wife, or woman friend, I would have joined the millions in the world who found their tranquility only in their snores. In other words, you need a woman to bring that softness, that gentleness, that stability, and that tranquility, not only into our lives, not only into Bharat, but not also into Akhanda Bharat. MOP Vaishnava girls, we want you to be those women. So, long live MOP Vaishnava, long live all the things that you're doing. We are completely happy to join with you at any point of time. Keep rocking. All the power, as Vivekananda said, all the power is within you. Open your eyes to the power inside you. Takes nobody else to make you that IPS officer or a minister. Only one person can do it, and that person is you. So, good luck, God bless, and Jai Hind. Vivekananda வந்து 1897 ஒரு லெட்டர் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. சென்னையிலேருந்து ஒரு பெரிய மெட்ராஸ் பெரிய ஒரு ஆன்மீக பேரலை போகும். விவேகானந்தர் சொன்னார், யூத் இளைஞர்கள் கிட்ட தான் இருக்கு. இன்னைக்கு இந்தியாவில் வந்து இளைஞர்களின் ஜனத்தொகை ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருக்குது. இந்த யூத் ஃபார் நேஷன்ஸ் நாங்கள் யாருமே யூத் இல்லை. ஆனால் நாங்கள் யூத் எந்த 100 பேர் கொடுங்க, நான் இந்தியாவுடைய தலையெழுத்து மாத்திரேன். விவேகானந்தர் திருப்பி சொன்னார். அந்த 100 பேர்களுக்கு தேடுறது தான் இந்த யூத் ஃபவுண்டேஷன். இது மாதிரி கல்லூரியாக போய் ஆல்ரெடி இப்போ 5 லட்சத்துக்கு மேலே முடிச்சிருக்காங்க ஒரு சில வருடங்களில். கல்லூரியாக போய் பசங்க கிட்ட இதுதான் உங்களுடைய எதிர்காலம், இது மாதிரி நீங்கள் போகலாம், இது மாதிரி IAS ஆகலாம், IPS ஆகலாம்னு நல்ல ஹீரோஸ் கதாநாயகர்களை தேர்ந்தெடுத்து கொண்டு வந்திருக்கோம். அப்படி இன்னைக்கு 2 டிஜிபி நட்டாஜ் இருக்கணும், டிஜிபி சித்தார்த் சட்டோபாத்யாயும் டிஜிபி பஞ்சாப் வந்து பேசினாங்க. நாங்களும் பேசி பசங்களை வந்து ஒரு புதிய பாரதத்துக்கு பசங்களை வந்து தயார் பண்ணுறது தான் இந்த யூத் ஃபவுண்டேஷன். ஸோ இன்னைக்குள்ள பசங்க ரொம்ப நல்லா கேட்டுட்டு இருந்தாங்க. இது மாதிரி பள்ளியாக போயிட்டு போகிறோம். பெரிய விஷயம் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும், வேறு எந்த நாட்டுக்கும் இல்லாத இளைஞர்கள் ஜனத்தொகை ஒன்லி இந்தியாவுக்கு மட்டும்தான். அவ்வளோ பெரிய 75% மேலே, 65-75 மேலே யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் 35 வயசுக்கு கீழ்பட்டவர்கள் கீழே இருக்காங்க. அதாவது இந்த யூத் டெமோகிராஃபிக்கு நாங்கள் பயன்படுத்தி இந்தியா வந்து மாற்றலான்னு ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு முயற்சி தான் இந்த யூத் ஃபவுண்டேஷன். தமிழ்நாடுடைய அத்தியாயம் சாப்டருக்கு நான் வந்து அதை இன்னைக்கு லான்ச் பண்ணி. நன்றி. யூத் வந்து நாங்கள் வந்துட்டே இருப்போம். எல்லாரும் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. உங்கள் கல்லூரிக்கு நாங்கள் நன்றி, வணக்கம்.